the same manner that I played it as a kid. That means that I'm not going for advanced strategy. I'm not going for quick action, a quick kill, anything like that. I will just take my sweet time and yeah, have a blast with this absolutely classic game. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I'll be playing in single player, a new campaign, and I will be playing the Orc Campaign first. I hope you guys are doing really well out there. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Yeah, there's some story here. Actually, I'm playing with the sound off because I'm trying out a new setup, and it's not really finished yet. So in order for me to hear my own voice, I need to, yeah, I have the game muted for me, but you should be able to hear it. If you don't know this game, it's a classic, absolutely classic strategy game, and it's yeah, it introduced, well, it came after the first Warcraft, and you can see all these really simple staples of RTS that you need some resources, wood and gold, and later on oil, as you can see up here, and that's actually all the resources. And then you also need housing. I'm maxed out here at 5 right now, so I'm building another farm here. And I need to build a couple of farms to win this level. And I think also a barracks. Let's see if oh, we don't have enough gold for a barracks yet. Let's just get a couple of these guys, the peons, the workers of our army, to go fetch some gold for us. We have another one here, and probably there will be some enemies. I just downloaded this game on a whim. I haven't played it in, I don't know, when did this come out? In maybe 20 years ago or something like that. It's insane. So I played like 2 levels just to test that everything was working, and that was it. Alright, so I have these 3 warriors. These are grunts. They have no upgrades whatsoever, and probably they will not be strong enough to win against the enemies that lure in the woods, in the darkness here, that lurk around. I don't know actually this map is really, really, really small. I think I'll be making another beyond and building a barracks so that I may build a couple more warriors and slay my foes in good orc style and advance to the next level. And I mean, today these graphics look really basic, but for me when I was a kid, I mean, looking at this on a CRT monitor, playing in like the mind-boggling resolution of 800 by 600, it was just amazing. It was one of the games that you absolutely had to have, along with something like Duke Nukem 3D, Quake. Yeah, those were the games. A little before that, Doom and Doom 2, of course, absolute classics. And later Age of Empires and Age of Empires 2. And I remember that I had when I was really into Age of Empires 2, I had a conversation with my father, and I asked him, what's the best game ever? And I was really prepared to hit him with Age of Empires 2 and saying, you know, this game, this is beyond everything. And he said chess. And yeah, I lost my father some time ago, and sometimes I remember that because like all these games are really nice and fancy and shiny. But chess is just so pure. It's just so, it's the essence of what this game is. This game is sort of just one take on the archetypical battle you find in chess. This is just a really advanced chess variant in a way. Maybe I'm getting a bit carried away, but yeah, that's, you know me. I really like chess. Okay, we will be building a couple grunts and venture out into the dark area of the map here and slay our foes. So, how are you guys doing? Are you doing alright out there? I know I post videos like one video every year, something it's absolutely terrible, but I also know that some of you guys have been following a little bit, you know, my progress in life, and back in the day I didn't post that often because life was really tough for me, and now I'm just really busy. I mean, I got over my problems. I built a company and a family. Well, I say I built a company, it's just me, but you know, I actually have, I really work, I do valuable work that people are willing to pay for, and I can provide for my family, and you know, I got a nice place to live now, and yeah, but I'm crazy busy now because of all of that, so yeah, I can't post as many videos as I would like, but I'm hoping to get back into it because actually I'll let you in on a little secret. as much as I love the work I do in my company, like my absolute dream would just be to do ASMR videos every day. But I think you need something like 1,000,000 subscribers for that to work out. So it's not happening anytime soon. But yeah, that would be like the ultimate thing. And yeah, I'll hope to get a little bit back into video production. And yeah, I hope you guys haven't lost your patience with me, because I'm just so insanely slow. I think I'll just max out here. Oh, I need more gold. You'll come with the gold. How much? It's 600 for one guy, okay. So we need one more. And I think I'll set a challenge for myself that none of my soldiers will perish during my raid on this forest. I mean, compared to playing StarCraft, I feel like I am moving in like, I have an APM of something like 1 action per minute or something like that, but this is supposed to be just chill. We're just supposed to hang out together, you and I, and all these green, awesome guys, and just chill and slay some human scum. Oh, there's one. Oh, we're being attacked from 2 sides. Okay, this guy, you will be sent back to base because he's wounded. Alright, let's see what's going on. Oh my god, look at the AI. The AI controlling these are absolutely terrible. But I mean, this was supposed to run. I think you can run this game on like a 66 megahertz computer. I think you could run this on a 464, 486. I mean. Okay, this guy is wounded. He'll be sent back to base. I think actually I could win the level right now if I just build one more farm. Oh, there's another mine here with 5,000 gold in it. Don't think I will be needing that. I mean, as a kid, actually, I would try to max out my points every time. I like mine all the wood, mine all the gold. So I would get like the maximum amount of points. But I think it would be more fun today to just sort of advance just a tad more quickly throughout the levels. So I will be building the 4th farm that I believe would win me the game. And yeah, we have slain all the foes. And I mean, win me the level. And I hope you guys will, yeah, continue with me into level 2. Also, you know, about maxing points, it doesn't really matter because the game always taunts you anyway. And like you get points and then you get a rank based on the points. And your rank is also always something like slave or like scum or something. I can't remember exactly what they call it, but they're just, yeah, they're taking the mickey out of you. Okay, so victory. And yeah, my rank was slave, even though, you know, I Circle of power. Alright, let's do that. Oh, we need more farms. We'll just be building them here. I mean, if you're playing this multiplayer, it's actually really important where you build your farms because you can use them as like a wall, but especially in these earlier levels, it doesn't matter one bit. And I used to put them right next to each other as a kid, so that's what I'll be doing today. We have so many guys. I think maybe we can actually win the level just with these guys. We have 9 guys here. I think I'll try that actually. I'll just make like 3 more guns that can, mine a little bit of gold and drop a little bit of wood for me while I try this, so that if I fail, I can, I'll have some resources to rebuild my army. How did you guys like the deep voice test? Did you hear that? Put like a short video up with a little bit of sound design and yeah, some footage from, that's actually my old place. It's actually like a super old video that I didn't put up originally because I had done all this with putting on all the candles and stuff, and then when I looked at the footage, I was like, is this super creepy? Does this look like I'm some sort of really weird serial killer with the candles everywhere in his weird chess apartment? And yeah, then I figured, yeah, it's you guys usually pretty forgiving, and I should just put it up, and also just to see if you guys like the different way I was using my voice in that one. I was trying to hit more deep notes with my voice, and yeah. Oh my god, actually I put these farms, but I was super stupid actually, because look at the peons they have to, because look at how much time they're wasting doing this, walking around, and also because the AI is not so good, it'll have this weird path here. Yeah. But yeah, this is not about perfection, this is just having a good old time with a good old game. I'll have this guy chop some wood, and then I'll go out with my awesome army consisting of these 9 grunts. And yeah. Okay, so I'll have to be a little bit careful. I can't really put them into units or anything like that. The game isn't, you can't micro, like, because the AI is so bad. It's like almost impossible to micro. Okay, kill this guy. You guys kill that guy. Alright. How did we do? Okay. Actually, a lot of my guys got wounded a little bit there. But they're all still in the green, and we like being green both because we are orcs and because it's healthy. Green is healthy. Alright. We have 2 footmen there. Alright. They're not that aggressive, but we want to lure them, but okay, no archers, that's the thing. Oh, okay. Okay, guys still alive, but we have some of us got wounded pretty bad. I'll just make sure that there are no, like nobody will come and attack my little village here, because yeah, if they kill my peons and my town center, then and all of these guys, I can't ever win the level, and then I would have lost the game, kind of. Okay, so I think we're safe. No, this is the only way in, and we'll just march on forward. I think what we are seeing here is not. I think this is just a scout tower. I don't think it will be able to shoot arrows or anything like that. So yeah, that's a little bit of rolling. Just let's see what's going on. Oh, okay, there's a guy. Still, they're all alive still. Oh, these are my guys. I have to rescue these guys. And I'll do exactly that. Punch a hole here. Okay, let's move. Okay, and now what are we doing still? Oh, they're all alive still. Oh, one of my guys died. Oh, there are so many now. Oh no. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Okay, how many? We lost one guy. Okay, but I don't think I should worry too much, because I get extra guys here. And yeah, okay. And that guy is Soldier, and he's a real badass. I mean, look at that guy. He has a scarf around his neck, like a hipster troll. Okay. We can only have 9 at a time, so we will be going with the ones that are the least wounded, I feel. Okay, like that, and we'll be going like so, and this guy, oh, and he can't die, so he'll be in the back, because if he dies, I lose, or rather, I should say, we lose, because I feel that you guys are on this journey throughout Warcraft 2 with me. Alright, exploring. Nothing much going on. Looking for some guys to kill. Yeah, that's the mindset of an orc. Just wandering around, looking for stuff to kill. And walking around this icy road. Oh, there's a guy. And he's dead. Not much to say. And I'm not exactly sure where I'm supposed to be going, but I seem to remember that I was looking for the circle of power. I mean, compared to chess, this is really something different. Like, it's a micro chess. I don't really need to think that much. I'll just go with the whatever. Oh, this this is... I'll just go with whatever I think. I don't have to, like, evaluate that much. Oh, I think we're winning now. I think the circle of power is right here. So, I'm a little bit interested in how you guys are doing. So, you've been very, 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 very kind to support me with very kind comments. And I lost one guy, killed 11. I guess that's okay. Going on to the next level, build a shipyard and 4 oil platforms. Okay, I will do that. Oh, this was my... Okay, need a new farm. Try to build it a little bit away from the action. Maybe like here. Oh, by the way, did you guys know this trick? Oh, okay, come on. No. Go on. That's hilarious. Like, they had this thing in Warcraft 2 that you could just click all the units multiple times, and at some point they would get annoyed and just seeing these random things, and if you did it with the critters, they would just explode, and I think that's hilarious. Anyways, I like you've been supporting me with your really nice, supportive comments, and in some of my dark hours, that has really, really helped me. And yeah, so I'm curious about how you guys are doing, because yeah, you've had so much to give to me, and I'd just like to know if you are okay and if you guys are doing well, or doing okay in life, or if you have trouble, and yeah, what that might be, you know, just to whatever level of detail you are comfortable with. Then also maybe I'd like to do a little update on my exploring the cemetery video. I don't know if you've seen that one. It's just I'm just walking around the really beautiful cemetery and contemplating life, and some of the stuff I said in that video I'd like to update. Oh, alright, sorry. That was just a little technical thing that happened. So, yeah, I had to fix that. In your world, it's probably just a cut, and you didn't maybe even notice it, but it was like 5 minutes of me fiddling around on the controls of my audio device and stuff. And yeah, I think I should build a farm. Yeah, where I was talking about that cemetery video, and it is not that oh my god, I'm being attacked. Oh, I have to I have to postpone the philosophical discussion and kill this darn elf. And that's it. Alright, back to life philosophy. So it's not that I fundamentally now disagree with any of what I said in that video, but I was talking about that society had all these expectations of us as individuals, and that we shouldn't really put stock in that, and we should just kind of do our own thing. And I would like to sort of kind of update that a little bit, in that society does have like arbitrary expectations of us, and some of them are not good for us. Many of them are detrimental for us and give us all sorts of problems with performance anxiety and all this jazz. But I mean, humans have been around for thousands and thousands of years, and we have developed all this culture and learned from other cultures and mixed and matched, and the society and the fabric of society has undergone an evolution, and some of the ideas that you find in the texture of society, I have found that they are there and they survived, and they are the ideas that we now have because they have something real to offer. They work. They survived because they were good for us in some way. So that my point is that some of what society expects of us and some of what different institutions and traditions has to say is really valuable. If, and this is really important, if you don't just take it in as if it is the word of God, because it's not the word of God. It's not, like many people have noticed that tradition is really powerful, and then they assume power in some institution and they use tradition to shape the way people think in order to make them serve their interests. So that means you have some people are using the fabric of society in a predatory manner, and they do not want the best for you, and they use it to get more for themselves, and that means less for you. And that's very, very true, and that was what I was really feeling and struggling with when I made that video. So you can't just be naive. So you have to be skeptical, and you have to find your own truth within. Like, you have to dig it out. So, for instance, honesty. I've always liked honesty, and I found that honesty is something that is really encouraged in principle, in like almost every society on earth. Honesty is a virtue. Like, many people become very powerful by not being honest, but I'm pretty sure they suffer in other ways. So maybe you get really rich by lying a lot. But if you lie so much, can your wife trust you? Can your friends trust you? Can you even trust yourself? Does that make sense to you? I mean, if lying is so effective for you to get what you want, so that maybe if you lie a lot, if you're maybe like a politician or something like that, and you really lie a lot to get the power you want, something to do with having children, getting a serious disease, maybe meeting the woman of your dreams or the man of your dreams, or like maybe there's some, some place in life where the narrative, where your own story about your life is really, really important. And maybe if you just had so much success with lying, then maybe you will not be honest in re-evaluating your life, and you'll just make a new narrative that is the most pleasant, that puts you in like the light you would most want to see yourself in, or something like that. And then you get the problem that you act on a lie. And I mean, I had all these mental health problems, and it was like super, super, super important for me that I was acting not on who I thought I was, but who I actually was. It's because I thought I had all these ideas about how great I was and all of this. And, it took me a long time to even recognize that there was something not completely right with me. Because I was, convinced that I was, this and that. And, yeah, I'm rambling a bit, but does this make sense to you guys? And, like, honesty is encouraged in society. Look at different kind of religious texts, for instance, like all the religious texts. And I'm not even talking about only the monotheistic, like the Judaic texts, or the Muslim or the Christian text. I'm talking about like all religious texts that I have ever really read. They encourage honesty and say that honesty is a virtue. And that's so deep, and many of them have many interesting things to say about honesty. And, stuff that can teach you. Like, I've learned a lot. And so that's sort of my update to that video, is that there are really interesting and practical and wise things that you can find in society and in tradition and in expectations and so on and so forth. But yeah, you have to, of course, be skeptical, and you have to have a critical mind. You have to think for yourself, and you have to, and also be humble. Like, that was a problem for me when I was younger, that I was never really humble enough to really consider all kinds of viewpoints. I would form an opinion, and then I would be a little too, I would set myself, okay, this is the right opinion, a little too early. I wouldn't consider all the viewpoints. I wouldn't consider the possibility that there might be more data that I was not aware of. Yeah, and then I had to, and then I was, then pride came in, and then I was not correcting my view for too long, even though it was not working in my favor, and yeah, so on and so forth. And I'm sorry if this, all this talk about life, you clicked on a Let's Play Warcraft 2 video, and I'm rambling on about honesty and life and all this stuff, and yeah, you have to bear with me a little bit. I'm just getting back into the swing of things, and this is what's on my mind. And if you don't want to listen to this stuff, please let me know in the comments, and just say that, okay, I like this part about the video, but I didn't like that part, and something like that. The constructive feedback is very, very, very welcome. Did you see how the road wasn't wide enough for all of my guys to attack? That's the kind, you know, if I had been a little bit more up on my toes, I could have microed my way out of that. But yeah. Okay, this is really terrible micro. This is really absolutely terrible. I think I'll need some more soldiers actually. This guy's pretty fresh. Oh, they're more, yeah. Okay, let's go with those guys. That's like there. You build another farm. Ah, did you see that? That was the hotkeys. Build farm. Those have been in muscle memory for me since I was a small kid. It's amazing. It's amazing. Just think about how much stuff you know that you have forgotten. You know because you're not, playing that game, or you're not in that situation where that knowledge is relevant, and then you play a game you haven't played for 20 years, and then your fingers just go BF for build farm. That is kind of funny. Alright, I'll be building, I need to build a shipyard and some more oil rigs, oil platforms. And I think there should be some battleships, some enemy battleships around. So I'll be building a navy to help me out. And yeah, let's just pause the game and see if I'm still recording. Just give me a second. Looks like we are still recording. Okay, oh, you guys go over and chop some more wood. Could you go here maybe? And if you, maybe you could go. Oh, yeah, this is not the planning. I was rambling about all of this stuff, about honesty and all this stuff. And now I'm in a terrible position where I can't build my lumber mill in a good place. And it'll take like a huge amount of time before I reach the mine, because I have to chop all this lumber down. And yeah, maybe I should talk a little bit less about life philosophy and yeah, have my mind a little bit more on what I'm doing. You guys go mind that. And we'll have this guy build a farm like here. You guys go chop some wood, upgrade that, and we should get some more battleships. Okay, we'll go out with just these, and yeah, hope that it'll be enough. Alright, sailing along. Do you guys enjoy sea shanties? Like I had a period of time where I was really into Stan Rogers. Do you know that guy? It's a Canadian folk singer who unfortunately died a really tragic death. But man, could he sing, and man, could he write. What kind of music are you guys listening to? Like I started off, like my first real big passion was hip hop, rap music, and it still is. I still do rap music, my own rap music occasionally. And yeah, my father played so I couldn't get too much into like singing blues or something like that. But yeah, and then the thing about hip hop is that the hip hop I liked was sample based. So that meant that like I might be listening to some track produced by DJ Premier, and he would use some sample from some like that's how I discovered Spell on You, for instance, because I was really digging this gangsta beat and I wanted to know where the sample came from, and then I heard the original track, and then that track was really awesome, and yeah, you know, and that way I discovered a lot of really interesting music. Tchaikovsky is a classical composer that I really like, that I discovered that way, and yeah. So just destroying this platform. I'm not sure if I need to do that actually. I need to build how many? I need to build four oil platforms, and maybe I need to destroy that in order to do so. I'll just search out the entire map here. I think I should be good kind of on resources to build the ships needed and stuff. Maybe these guys will encounter some more enemies. Let's see. Yeah, and so how are you guys enjoying the sound? I know I'm whispering all the time. It's because the family is asleep. So yeah, I'm just sitting here at night recording this. And do you guys like when it's so much whisper? Do you like the quality of the sound? It's the I'm using the Neumann TLM 49 microphone right now, but I'm using it just right into my sound device because I don't have my preamp here, so it's not as, the sound is not as fat, not as beefy as it could be, and I'm working on that, but it is still a really nice mic. But is it to your liking? Is what I want to know, because I have a lot of different microphones actually. That's an interesting story about that I hope I'll get to tell you at some point. And I was actually thinking about starting a series like audiophile ASMR, where I just, might test microphones, and I just test like really high-end microphones with really high-end sound gear, and you guys can then tell me what microphones you like the best, and you could learn about all the different characteristics of the different microphones, and stereo microphones, mono microphones, different kinds of audio converters, like auto to digital converters, and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, please let me know if you'd be interested in something like that. And I'll just build a couple of these guys to go out and build some oil rigs to get me to the next level. My guys aren't doing anything at all. They're just standing around. Maybe if I build, I'll just go chop that stuff. Everybody chop wood, so we can get to the mine. I don't think I need too much more. I'll just build soon. Oh, winning level, I mean soon. So I'll just go and see if I can wreak a little havoc on these puny humans while I wait for my guys to finish construction of these oil rigs. Yeah, this video it's very different from a lot of the other stuff I've been doing in that it's just rambly and it's, you know, I'm recording it late at night and I'm really tired, so might not be too coherent and stuff, and maybe that's nice or maybe not, and I'm counting on you guys to let me know what you like and what you don't like. And yeah, and if you have some points where I can improve, please let me know. And yeah, okay, that's almost done, and that is also almost done. Are you shooting? You're not shooting. Why are you not shooting? You should shoot this farm. The sound it makes, the pig sound from this, I think that sample has somehow worked its way into Age of Empires 2. I think I heard that somewhere in there. If somebody could confirm that or confirm or deny that, that would be. Hey, I won. Victory. And I have been upgraded from slave to peon. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. My objectives now is to destroy Hellspread and also to slaughter the alliances, the defenders. Should I do some ASMR sounds? Like, do you guys like that stuff? I'm really into it. Like that's the kind of stuff I listen to. When I'm using, I use ASMR to fall asleep. That's actually how I discovered ASMR. I had some serious insomnia problems, and I was just, listening to all these sort of guided meditations and stuff on YouTube, and then then there was just a lot of suggested videos that said something about ASMR. Didn't know what that was, clicked on it, got hooked, and then, like, back then, almost all the videos were like makeup tutorials and stuff, and I don't really use makeup at all, and it doesn't really interest me, and so I was like, maybe there's something that I like. Maybe there's some chess ASMR that would be awesome. And I searched and searched and searched, and there was no chess ASMR, so I decided, why not do it myself? Why not? I need more 100,000 views in one day. That's insane. And I mean, by now, like some of the videos I've got has got like, I think one of them has got 100,000 views. And I think, how many are there of you guys? I think when I last time I checked, I had something like 8,000 subscribers or something like that. I mean, that's crazy. Like 8,000 people. If 1/4 of that is real, that's 2,000 people. I mean, it's beyond my comprehension, actually. Really. That's also one of the reasons that I really like engaging with you guys in the comments, because these numbers, like 100,000 views or that many subscribers or something, those numbers, I have no idea. That's not like humans. That's not like real people. But when you write a comment, and also you guys always make these really thoughtful, insightful, kind, inspiring, awesome comments, and then I can understand what's going on. Then I can see, okay, this is real. These are real people. They have real lives, and they can inspire me, and maybe inspire each other also could be awesome. And yeah, that's like reading. I don't like reading comments on Reddit or on YouTube or stuff like that in general, because I think a lot of the time people are really only making the comments to start some sort of show where they can feel, I don't know, like most people are nice, really, but there are some people that just steal the show with the hateful, annoying, trolling stuff. And really, it's, they always want to talk about politics, but really they don't care about politics. They just want somebody to disagree with so that they can feel powerful. And that's my take on it. I don't know really if that's true, but that's my take on it. And usually I stay as far away from comments as possible. But on this channel, like the comments that you guys make there, I've gotten like 5 negative comments, like really bad comments, like actually negative, in the entire like lifetime of this channel. It's insane. I don't know how. I don't know why that is. Why are you guys so nice? Why are you guys so nice? I don't understand, but it's awesome. It's so awesome. Okay, building another beyond. I think actually I had to, in this map, I had to annihilate the opponents. And maybe it's one of like the first maps where they will be attacking me, actually. So maybe I should be a little less amazed about how awesome and loving you guys are, and be a little more like a real true orc, and prepare for war and bloodbath and carnage, and make a really badass army. I'll do that. I'm building this barracks in order to produce some more grunts, building some more peons. And okay, I should also probably build a shipyard. I'll do that with the new peon. By the way, look how old school this game is. So this guy, okay, I can't build the shipyard because I have to build the lumber mill first, and I need more trees. All right. So this guy, I have him selected. He enters the mine, and he's deselected now. So I have no. It's like a lot of this stuff. They were a lot of how you control an RTS game. They were still working out when they did this, but it was a big improvement over the previous games, like in June 2, which was the first, I mean, first real-time strategy game, I believe. You could only control one unit at a time. At least here you can select 9 at a time. Okay, and can I build the lumber mill now? I can. Okay, let's do that. Let's build it here. Let's build it right there. Okay. I think, is there a trick where I can may have this guy have him repair this and it'll go faster? Why is he walking around in a circle? And now he's chopping wood. Okay, I'll leave him to his own devices. He is obviously wiser and smarter than me. So let's just let him do what he wants. Build some more of these. I think I will be needing another farm. I'll make another farm. I'll explore the island with these guys. And that guy. Okay, this guy is... Okay, I need more farms. I'll explore the... Can I do like this? I can, okay. Explore, explore, explore. Okay. The eggs throwers are in front. Not a good idea. Have them go to the back. Okay, it's not an island. It is not an island. It is maybe connected directly to enemy base. So I should probably be really careful. Okay. I will try to be more careful. Great. You can go there. Build some more of these. Build more of this. Okay. And should I manage? How much gold is here? It's 100,000 gold. Okay, that's a lot of gold. Probably that's enough for the map. I hope it's enough for the map. And can I build a shipyard now? I can. Although I need a bit more tree. Okay. I'm just waiting for the tree to come into the lumber mill. There we go, and we built that. Okay. So it seems like these guys should probably be up here. It seems like that's the only way I can be attacked on land. I'll build a couple more farms, more of these guys, some level 2 eggs throwers, and when this is done, okay, you guys need to chop wood. such a small kid. Like, I barely thinking about anything, just enjoying the graphics and the awesomeness of like these orcs and the fact that I am controlling all of this. And compared to modern games, of course, it's nothing, but it just transports me right back into like 11-year-old me, or however old I was when this game launched. Okay, I need an oil rig though. I need some oil. There we go. There we go. A bit far away, but I guess that's what we have to work with. We will make some of these, and oh, we are being attacked by an elven destroyer that we will crush. And that mine is unused, and when I look at this number, it doesn't look like there's anybody coming to get something from that mine. So maybe if we can manage to get over to this island, we will have more gold. Do they have transport ships in Warcraft II? I can't even really remember. Probably they... Okay, doesn't look like it. Okay. Or maybe I just can't build them yet. Can you hear that? That's rain. It just started raining on my window. Okay. And so I'll build some trolls, and I think those should be the best ones for me because I was able to upgrade them. Oh, I can build all this stuff. I can build a foundry. Okay, I must drill for oil. A refinery. Oh, wow. I can build all this awesome stuff. Okay, and I can build towers that I can upgrade. I'll just build one up here. And I'll build one just here. I don't know, like here. I'll build one here. I need a lot of these guys because I need a lot of oil. A lot of oil. Should I try to attack a little bit? I will attack. I will just build a couple of these guys. Whoops. And upgrade to guard tower. Oh, okay. There are transports because those guys were just put inland with a transport. Yeah, I seem to remember they had transports in this game. Slay my foes. Okay, so I should probably have guard towers pretty much all over then, so that I will not be overrun by pesky pesky invaders. Okay, let's go and explore a little bit more. Take the peon with us. Oh, that's the end of the island. Okay. Then those guard towers didn't really do much. Alright, let's get back here, upgrade that. Okay, and let's build some of this awesome stuff. Can I build? Can you go build a refinery? I don't need a refinery right now. I'll need to find more oil, and we have more oil, and you can build a refinery right there. How do I build a refinery? Why can't I build a refinery? What's the rules for building a refinery? Why can't? Oh, okay. Oh, it's because it's too close to that, so you'll have to build like there. Okay, you go there and build a refinery. Alright, and we'll have some more of these guys. Very cool. And upgrade this even more. You go chop trees. Chop down trees. Oh, we need more gold. Okay. You guys, stop being lumberjacks. Stop being okay. We need more gold, and we needed a stat. Alright. And since I found, oh, I can upgrade all this awesome stuff. Let's start doing that. And there is my transport guy. I remember that guy. Yeah, I think they hold eight guys. Is that correct? And maybe it would be 9 actually, since you can select 9. Or is it only? Well, I guess we have to build one and find out. Alright. And probably we're going to use another farm. So we'll build that one there. And you never got anywhere with this project of building a refinery. And oh, we need more gold. We need more gold. We have some more gold there. We have transport, and how do I see the carrying capacity? I don't see the carrying capacity. Okay, all you guys, go on board. All of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, a room for 6 guys. You were left behind because there's no room for you. So sorry. So sorry. Okay, you guys will go and explore this island to see if it is safe for my peons to mine gold. And if it is, I will drain that gold mine for everything it has. For every last bit of gold. Every last bit of gold. Alright. Just walking around. How are we doing here? This is close to completion. This is also close to completion. And these guys. Okay. Nothing much going on. I think this island is probably safe. Go here. You know, one thing that you would do if you were playing a game like this competitively would of course have been focused on exploration early, so that you have a lot more information about the map, where your opponent was, what your opponent was doing. But when I was playing this as a kid, I was just so into like the adventure of this. Like, and also I was just a kid, so I wasn't that good yet, and that's how I'm playing. That I'm playing now. Also, I haven't played the game in like 100 years, but I guess it's really similar to like StarCraft, so I probably could do better. But yeah, not today. Upgrade all of this stuff. Can I upgrade something here? Nope. But I do get a should also have a barracks over here. I don't know. Okay, we sunk one ship and there's another one. Attack that guy. So this is their island. Alright. We'll just build a lot of these guys. And yeah, we need more trees. We need more trees. Okay, build more trees. Upgrade that guy. Much more trees. Okay. Right. And okay, so I'm not sure why I can't upgrade the grunts. So, but I'll just build a lot of trolls. I think that's where I get the most bang for the buck, or the most eggs for the buck. Let's go destroy that guy. It should be pretty easy. That guy. Hey, look, that's the level of this AI. He can't actually attack the ships, but he'll just go as close as he can and then stand there. Okay, he decided he'll try something different. Still not working. And yeah. Let's attack. Attack this oil tanker. And see if we can wreck their shipyard. That would be awesome. Alright. Build some of those guys. Yep, probably we will need an extra. Yeah, I am not managing this village very well. Like it's getting to become impossible for them to maneuver around here. But yeah, we'll have to live with that. Can you shoot that guy instead? Now this guy's dying. He's on 4 health, but he can still help. He can still help. Oh, they are repairing it. Okay, so the AI is doing like it is a little capable of some stuff. Okay, that's just a scout tower. Should I should probably kill those guys. I thought they were. I thought I didn't have to, but I do. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I don't even carry weapons, but you'll have to die. That's just how it is. And build some transport ships. Build some axe throwers, so that that's their transporter. Let's just destroy that. Can you guys destroy that? And alright. I have this transporter right there. Go back here. We'll have some axe throwers. Probably we should also include some grunts. But I'm not going to. I'm simply not going to, because I am a contrarian. Not really, but I feel like one today. And this is also stupid because it blocks the way. But as a kid, I really liked building things in rectangles, and that's the spirit I am playing in today as well. Okay. Should we? Probably we should scout out the rest of this island. I shouldn't use this guy. He'll die in a heartbeat. Go like this. Kill that guy. Boom, boom, boom. should try this out in multiplayer or something because, or maybe I just need to advance to some, yeah, some more difficult levels because the gameplay is not super challenging, but maybe it's just because we're so early in the game. Build some more of these guys. Okay, need to wait for this farm to finish building, and alright, go build some eggs throwers. When they are done, they can join their brethren over here and annihilate the puny humans like that guy. Look how puny he is. Alright, he's killing one of my guys. Okay. He was a little puny, but he did also a little bit. He killed one of my guys a little bit. Okay, kill that guy. And kill that guy. That's their barracks, yes. Okay. Kill him. Okay, the other guy, he fled. That was really weird. Okay, he went and got back up. Okay, there's actually too many. They will destroy me, they will kill me. Okay. We will flee. I will flee with these guys. And where did I put my other transport ship? I was there, and I'll take you guys there. A for X, throw up, build some more of those. Go up here, put them in land ready to rumble. And you guys can scout. See if there's any more stuff to destroy here. Maybe I should just also just scout the rest of the map. I'll do that. Alright, go. Attack the guys. That's the town center. Or is that an Age of Empires called town center? Can't remember. Okay. I'm actually meeting a bit resistance here. They're actually sort of defeating me. But I think I got the best of them. I remember how my mom, she was curious about the games I was playing, and oh, we're being attacked up here. Oh, there's actually some ships. Okay, I should send a bit of my fleet up there then. Those guys. That's okay. That part of the fleet is really not in a very great shape. Well, she was curious about these games, and she liked this one because, unlike something like Doom or even Carmageddon that I also played when that came out, this had like something. This was sort of, you learned stuff about real life from this game, so how to manage an economy, how to organize stuff, how to manage your resources, all of this stuff. So she liked that and encouraged me to play that more, and the more sort of what to her mind was sort of more mindless. Violent games. Play those games a little less. In reality, every single game ever made, you know, as long as you take decisions and those decisions matter, then there's something to learn from that game. Some games are really pure, like chess, and it can be kind of, and those games can be easier to translate games are about decisions, and decisions is how we navigate life, and everything that if you evaluate how you make decisions, well, then you'll get better at making decisions. But you know, it has you have to do some work to find out how you can get what you learned about decisions from one domain out of that domain. You have to get it out of that domain and into some other domain. And the trick that I found really worked was to see, okay, how does these decisions relate to my own psychology? When I evaluate some game, like typically it would be a game of chess, and I can see, okay, like I always, like in this type of position, I always overstretch. I'm always too ambitious, and I believe too much in the attack, even if it isn't really justified. That's a sort of arrogance. And then in some like completely different scenario, in some other game, or in like maybe trying to negotiate a price with a customer in my company, I can see, okay, I believe too much that I should win this encounter, and then I may not be making the best decisions, and I can recognize, oh, I'm doing that thing again, and then maybe I can dial it back, or even I can be conscious of that when I go into the negotiation, and I know that I will have that psychological tendency, and then work against that and be more balanced and make better decisions. Again, just rambling on, but yeah, I guess it's just the stuff that I think about randomly when I play this game. So that's what you're going to have to listen to. Okay, kill the guys. Kill the guys that. Okay, more enemies. I'm not trying to make no more enemies. Unfortunately, there are so many motherfuckers that just are something completely unrelated, absolutely completely unrelated to anything I've spoken about, or even to this game, or just anything at all. But did you guys follow the MGK Eminem beef? And are you guys into that sort of stuff? Because I had forgotten what an absolute beast Eminem is when it comes to battles. I don't even know what MGK was thinking. Like, did somebody pay him to do that, or what? Like, because I was like, okay, and I heard this diss track, and I was like, this is really good. And it is true that Eminem has kind of become less relevant and stuff. And then when he came back with the track, like Eminem did this track, Kill Shot, and it was just murder. And I remembered, oh yes, that's right, you do not mess with that guy. Like, ask anybody, I mean anybody, major top 5 rappers in the world, and they go, oh yeah, you don't mess with that guy. He's insane. I mean, I thought about doing a video, and the video title should just be like dissecting a single Eminem lyric. And because he had this line in Kill Shot where he went how was it? There's going to be a little bit of profanity because I'm going to quote Eminem here. So it's he's saying, the game is mine again. Ain't nothing changed but the locks. So before I slay this bitch, I give Jade a kiss. All right, so let's break that down. So he's saying the game is mine again. The game he's referring to, the hip hop game. That's a like common way to refer to the competition and your place in sort of the pecking order of rappers in the hip hop community. And the game is mine again, and he's saying mine again because earlier in like early 2000s, Eminem was by far the biggest, like he's the best-selling rapper to ever pick up the microphone, and in that area he was just dominating beyond belief. Like nobody had ever seen rap be that big before, and he was not. Like the reason he was respected was because it was not just like some Vanilla Ice whack music that white people liked. It was like no rapper could deny his insane skill in every part of rapping. Like his rhyme schemes were insane and original. His metaphors were just mind-blowing, and he said stuff like his fantasy, his imagination was just like he came up with stuff that nobody had ever heard before. His flow was untouchable. Like yeah, it was just that was really something. And he's saying it's mine again. He's saying the game's mine again because like he had released this album Kamikaze that like really reminded people that he's still a force to be reckoned with, and a lot of like not a lot of like all real hip hop heads, like all real rap fans who appreciate the technical side of flows and lyricisms are just like, okay, yeah, we forgot for a minute because your last album was kind of whack. We forgot for a minute that you are insanely good, but yeah, you came back and you proved it, and like that was the consensus. And yeah, so he's saying the game's mine again. Ain't nothing changed but the locks. So the locks could mean a couple of different things here. Yeah, they mean some different things. Okay, the first one is locks like in Goldilocks, and he's talking about hair. So he's saying that the only thing that changed was his hair, because now he had this trademark bleached hair back in the day, and now he just has his normal hair color. So that changed. But then also locks refers to physical locks in a house, and that is something really nerdy. That's about a beef that he has with a guy called Lord Jamar of Brand Nubian, which is a legendary group. And his Lord Jamar's whole thing is that he's saying how Eminem is a guest. Like he has this metaphor. He says there's something called the House of Hip Hop. Like the game is a house, and Eminem is a guest in that house. And because he's a guest in that house, he cannot be what like in the hip hop conversation is referred to as the GOAT, the greatest of all times. Because like there's always this discussion: is it Tupac? Is it Biggie? Is it JC? Is it Eminem? Who's the best rapper? Who's the greatest rapper of all time? And Lord Jamar says it can't be Eminem because he's only a guest in the House of Hip Hop. And so it could be the locks to the House of Hip Hop that has changed, and that's the only thing that has changed. And then there's the last thing, that there is a hip hop group called The Lox, L-O-X. Alright, so that's the three parts of that. So he's saying the game is mine again, ain't nothing changed but the locks. So before I slay this bitch, I give Jade a kiss. So before I slay this bitch, he's talking about it's just a derogatory term for MGK, who's his opponent in this battle. So before I slay this bitch, I give Jade a kiss. And give Jade a kiss. What does that mean? Well, Jade is his daughter, Haley Jade, who has like been a really big part of his music since always. And MGK made this really big mistake of mentioning her. And everybody knows, like, ask Ja Rule. That's when your career is over. Don't mention Haley Jade in any negative way. Eminem will lead you, and so he will. So before he slays MGK, he will just give Haley a kiss, because he's her father and it's a loving thing, and he's protecting her from like MGK, who also had like he posted some things about how hot she was on Twitter and sort of insinuating that he was going to maybe get with her or something like that. So like, Eminem is being a father and protecting against this guy, and gave Jada Kiss. Well, Jada Kiss is also the name of one of the rappers in the group The Locks. I don't know how much time I just used explaining that, and that is a single rhyme. It takes him like 2 seconds to say that in that track. Just how many layers was in that, and that the whole thing was like that. And I don't want to be like this old hat, that goes, oh, hip-hop was so much better, and like you young guys don't understand like true music, because it's not true. And probably it's more me that I'm getting too old to understand and appreciate the nuances in a lot of new music. But there is really something to be said for the heavy weight we used to put on lyricism and just lyrical skill in hip hop. Oh, I won. Okay, so I think I will save this game, and I'll just save like ASMR, like that. Save, and lyricism in hip hop. It can just engage, like it can activate parts of your psychology and your areas in your brain, and just play around with words and metaphors and make you see patterns and relationships between ideas and concepts in a really elegant and thought-provoking and inspiring way that not too much like there's not too much poetry like that I find floating around today, except for in these like old hat guys like Eminem, Royce the 5'9", guys like that, or in like there are some of the new cats that does that as well, of course. Like J. Cole is also really good, China Lucas stuff, like, but they're sort of following the same tradition, so they're making old time music with a new twist on it. But yeah, I haven't really found anything with sort of that that engages my mind lyrically in sort of the new genres, and probably it's there, I just haven't found it yet. Okay, so that was randomly about Eminem and hip-hop music and lyricism. I've no idea if anybody will watch this video for so long. And yeah, I've been playing a bit of Warcraft 2. I've really enjoyed myself. I've no idea what I've been saying. I've just been talking and talking and talking. I hope you guys are doing awesome. If you are still listening, wow, it's been like more than an hour. You rock. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'll play more. If you guys, leave some likes and thumbs up and stuff, whatever it's called. If you liked it, then I'll do more. And if not, then don't. And then I'll play something else, play more chess, whatever. Love you guys. I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. Bye.